How do you find prism volume from word problems? Imagine you have a box-shaped container and you want to know how much space it takes up. That's what finding the volume is all about. When it comes to prisms, it's like figuring out how much stuff can fit inside a three-dimensional shape. A prism is a shape with two identical, flat bases that are parallel and connected by rectangular sides. To find its volume, you need to know the size of the base and how tall the prism is. The main formula is simple. Volume equals the area of the base times the height. First, look at the problem carefully. Find out what shape the base is. It could be a rectangle, triangle, or other polygon. Then, write down the measurements given, like lengths, widths, or angles. Next, calculate the area of the base. If it's a rectangle, multiply the length by the width. If it's a triangle, multiply half of the base length by its height. For other shapes like trapezoids, use their specific formulas. If the base is more complex, break it into smaller, easier shapes and find their areas separately. Once you have the base area, find the height of the prism. This is the distance between the two bases, usually given in the problem. Sometimes, you might need to figure out this height if it's missing. Now, multiply the base area by the height. This gives you the volume of the prism. Remember to keep your units consistent. If the base area is in square centimeters and the height in centimeters, the volume will be in cubic centimeters. For example, if the base is a triangle with a base length of 7 centimeters and a height of 6 centimeters, first find the area. Half of 7 times 6 equals 21 square centimeters. If the prism's height is 16 centimeters, multiply 21 by 16 to get 336 cubic centimeters. Sometimes, word problems give you the volume and ask you to find a missing dimension. You can rearrange the formula. Height equals volume divided by the base area. Or if you know the volume and height, you can find the base area and then the missing measurement of the base. To solve these problems smoothly, read carefully and identify which measurements are the base and which are the height. Drawing a quick sketch can help you visualize the shape and keep track of the numbers. Break down complex bases into simple shapes to make calculations easier. Always double-check your units and convert if needed so everything matches. By understanding that the volume of a prism is the base area times the height, you can confidently work through many word problems involving shapes, angles, triangles, and polygons. Practice makes perfect, and soon these problems will feel much easier to solve.